Hey everybody, Questwise here, and today I want to talk about something. During this time of being at home, spending a lot of time here, I found myself and my wife even too going through a lot of stuff that we have around the house. Some boxes that we haven't looked at in a long time, digging through some closets, some bookshelves, doing some things, and I'm doing a little bit of organizing. And one of the things that I've been doing over the last couple of days is I was trying to figure out what to do with these. Um, these are the spell cards, specifically the arcane cards, and I have a bunch of others. I have the creatures and NPCs, some monster cards, some other ones from Volo's Guide and whatnot. And I like these cards. I'm a fan. These are produced by Gale Force Nine. They're for D&D 5th edition. I like, if you watched any of my videos before, you'll know that I really like chits and bits and things like cards and tokens in my role-playing experience. I like to have that sort of physical manifestation of things to remind me or to help me make my gameplay a little bit better, even when I'm running the game or playing. Um, and these are great cards, not only because they're, they have all the spells on them and references to the rulebook and certain pages if it needs more explanation, but the quality is really nice. And they're laminated. So if I ever need to write a note on them with a dry erase marker, I can do that without worrying about ruining it. If something gets spilled on the table, my character sheet might be a shot, but the cards will not be destroyed. But they come in this box, and the box is cool, but it's not very sturdy. It's thin cardstock, and it's a pain to flip through these. Every time you need to reference a spell or a monster, to pull it out and kind of fiddle with it, right? So here's what I came up with. Hopefully it will be helpful to some of you out there too. I took a 3-ring binder, and I got some of the sports card pages, and I just put them all inside this binder. So, and this is just the arcane spell cards. And what I did is I separated them alphabetically and by spell level. So starting at spell level 0 and 1s, 2s. And so I have this binder now, and I can easily go through and reference the cards that I need. I can look them up alphabetically and take them out for, if I'm running a game, I can pull them out for any NPCs that might be spellcasters. If I'm playing in a game, I love playing Magic characters. You probably all know this by now. But I can pull out the cards that I need for my my spellcaster and have them handy and referenced. And then when I don't need them anymore, I can slide them back in here. It's way easier than pulling on the whole stack out of the box every time, and flipping through the cards and stuff. This is way easier to reference and to look through and to read, and it's fairly inexpensive. These are some old card things that I had, but you can get these at any hobby shop. You can get them at Walmart, any place that sells sports cards or Magic the Gathering kind of stuff as well too. And speaking of that, what I do for my spellcasting characters is I pull my cards out for the spells that I know or that my character knows. And I have one of I don't have it with me, and I apologize, but I'll put a picture right up here. I went and bought one of the smaller format ones made for Magic the Gathering. So there's only like 4 cards per page instead of 9 on a sheet. There's only like 4, and it's a smaller little thing, and I call it my spell book, and I just simply put the cards in it that my character knows, and I just take that with me to the table along with my character sheet and my dice, and I have this little pre-made mini spell book for my character. I've done this for the monster cards as well as the NPC cards and the creature cards. It's, again, way easier to reference. I think I even enjoy it more than flipping through the monster manual. I just have this little thing with the monsters and stuff in it, and I can just flip through. Now the monster one I need to go back through. I have them separated by challenge level or challenge rating, but I didn't alphabetize them, so I need to go back and rearrange certain things. There's like a gray ooze here and a different ooze over here. And so then they're just kind of mismatched. But I got them right now by challenge rating, and I think that works pretty fine as well. But just a little tip of something I've been doing over the last couple of days while I've been at home. This is really kind of fun, and it's really, like I said, super cheap. I have a ton of these 3-ring binders floating around. And if you don't, they're, again, super easy to get and cheap to get, say like Walmart, or even order them through Amazon or something like that. And then the card sleeves pages are fairly cheap as well too. I think the last pack I bought was like 50 pages, maybe 100 pages, and it was, well under, depending on what quality you get. There's some really cheap ones out there. You can get like 100 pages for like $8-10 or something. But Ultra Pro ones are really a little bit more expensive, but they're definitely thicker and a little bit more. And this is kind of a mismatch of stuff that I have had over the years. But just a little tip. Maybe it'll help you out if you have cards like this in your game. It doesn't have to be D&D. I just happen to have these ones that I was trying to find a home for. But any game that uses cards, that type of thing, this works really, really well for. Only drawback is they don't make sleeves, because some of the 5th edition cards are oversized cards, and I have yet to find any of these sports card pages that have larger pockets in them. I'm sure that there's some out there somewhere, some specialty thing for other things, but unfortunately, those ones I keep in a separate little box. It's a D&D box, but it's a separate box that I got at a convention a few years back that I keep the larger cards in. But these are great for the little, like, baseball card sized ones. Any other game. The Dark Eye uses some cards. Sometimes you can use these. Trying to think what other games off the top of my head that utilizes any cards. But the 5th edition ones are really, really good. And this is a really cool way to do this. This is easy to put on a bookshelf. It's also easy, I'm going to put like print off a sheet that just says, Arcane Magic on here, one on the edge, so that I can put it on the bookshelf and reference it very easily. But little tips and tricks from Questwise. Until next time, I am out.